Basic outlining versus comprehensive outlining. A basic outline can be a few paragraphs to several pages that touch on the major events in your novel. From there, the writer is free to expand on the outline as they write their first draft. Oftentimes, this is a seat of your pants type of writing. A comprehensive outline is an outline that not only covers the major events in the novel, but also outlines the chapters and often the scenes as they progress through those events. Comprehensive outlines are several pages long and oftentimes as much as 50 to 100 pages in length or more. It depends on the amount of detail provided for each chapter or scene. A comprehensive outline is what we're doing here. I've said it before, but a strong base is what we're after here. When you write your first draft, you're going to have holes to plug. But if we build a solid base, by that I mean write a solid and detailed outline, those holes will be easy to close and not some gaping wall that brings down your entire novel. By the way, if I haven't mentioned it yet, I'm excited for each and every one of you to go through this course and come away with a living and breathing world of your own creation, filled with characters that tug at you during the night as you sleep, when they come up with a new element that's perfect for your novel. It sounds weird, but it's going to happen. Your protagonist and your antagonist are going to speak to you as you get further down the line. They're going to have things to say as they become more real. And if you start bringing them down a road where they know it's not what they're about, you better believe they're going to wake you up and they're going to tell you about it. Likewise, there's this other monstrosity that is going to be after you as well. This thing is going to tell you at each and every turn how much your outline and your ideas suck. This thing is going to tell you to stop writing, go back and sit on the couch. It's more fun there, but don't listen to it. If you feel like you just want to stop and this writing thing is not for you, that's the guy. So watch out for him, and when he shows up, push him out of your head and just keep on going. You have a job to do. As you're aware, novels are broken down by chapters. But what some of you may not know is the significance of the chapter and how important it is to be aware of its purpose. It's not just a place to set down the book, and take a break as many of us do to the author's dismay, but they're actually a tempo of sorts for the author when writing. In essence, chapters are mini novels. It's a slice of your novel where a situation has presented itself and the characters work through the situation until it's resolved. Technically, the chapter should be able to stand on its own. Now, that's not to say, you can sell a book chapter by chapter and expect people to buy them. But within the novel itself, with all the knowledge you've allowed the reader up to that point, the chapter should present a situation and resolve a situation. Keeping this high level, there's obviously going to be, more than one situation happening at each, one time in the novel. However, there's going to be one situation in particular that is going to present and resolve itself in every chapter until there's nothing left to present or resolve, and there you have the end of your book. Again, I could make a course on that alone, and maybe I will one day, but now let's just keep the back of your mind the purpose of a chapter. So moving on, with each chapter there are scenes. Scenes are mini chapters. Each scene is designed to propel the plot through its dramatic structure. Scenes are arranged in an action-reaction fashion. For example, in one scene something happens to the character that requires action. It may be something small like an emergency and the character needs to travel. The very next scene, the character reacts to that action. It's like tying off loose ends. You need to show the reader what's happening and then tie that loose end in the next scene. Holly Lyle does an excellent job in explaining this in more detail in her books. If you haven't read them, I highly recommend you read every one she has. She is granular and has a wealth of knowledge. Of course, you want to read widely on the same subject, but make her books part of your research. She used to have classes online, but moved off that, to continue her writing novels. She has something like 30 novels, and I've read and studied many of them, and have learned a lot over the years. Anyway, enough about all that. Let's keep going.